This is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film. And today I am thrilled to be speaking with the acclaimed singer, songwriter, producer, she does it all, the one and only RENEE RUTH. But before we get to our interview, here's a sneak peek at her incredible talent.
All our choices, that you could keep us in our places. Now you're learning. We're not gonna run, we're not gonna hide. We are not gonna stand aside. Time is running out, and you gotta know that the clock is ticking down. Time is out, time is running out, ayy. Time is out, time is running out, ayy. Time is out, time is running out, time's up. We won't back down.
Well, hello, RENEE. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
RENEE, I'm doing so much better now that I'm speaking with you, and we've been having such a little fun off-camera chat. I mean, I just want to let our audience know, if you hear squeaking, it's coming from lovely Joshua, her toy Yorkie, who is the most adorable, and I'm sure he'll make a little appearance at some point. But RENEE, I want to first dive into you. You're an incredible, unapologetic artist who has her hand in so many different disciplines within the artistic, dare I say, landscape of the showbiz. I want to know, RENEE, first and foremost, where were you born and when did you realize that you had such a great singing voice?
That's so too random. Okay, I was born in Markham, Ontario, Canada, Richmond Hill, Ontario, Canada. So I am Canadian. But when I realized I never thought I had a great singing voice. I spent all of high school being the background vocalist because I actually had people at church that were like, oh, she's good. But, so I had to overcome a lot of negative.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until I was in, it was in 2009-ish, and I decided I wanted to be a singer. I was like, I'm done. I went to college. I had multiple degrees, and I went and sang at the Thomas Road. If you came to Lynchburg, there's a big church here, and this sounds really sacrilegious, and it's not, but it was, anyone who could sing was on that front line. And so I decided to go see if I could get to the front line. And I joined the choir by myself. And within less than a year, I made front line and was like, I did it. No, but I mean, like, there was a lot more to that story. But the point is then, like, I just was like, I can do this. And then.
That's amazing. I mean, look I think that we can relate, and I was trying to wait for me to hit record to say this, but, we were both kind of saying off camera that we, like, how are we not best friends? But we now are, A, but B, it's something to go a little, like, dare I say, deep. I mean, I can relate to this, but I'm just curious, for someone like you whose light is so bright and whose vibration is so strong, were you told growing up that you were too much? No, I know, I'm not even being kidding, because, like, literally, I, like, feel you. Like, I was always told I was too much and to, like, just kind of, like, calm down. But, like, F that. Now that you haven't, thank goodness, because you're able to share your light and vibration with the world. And it is so beautiful.
I think there's a video I'm gonna send you later about a teacher that looked at a kid who was different, like, too much, or the kid was always in drumming, and turned out this kid became a phenomenal drummer. Like, what if instead of looking at the differences in children trying to box them, we looked at them, what they're unique in and that they naturally do, and then champion that? Like, how much quicker would the rest of us get to the places we want to get in life if we were supported, instead of I always talk too much. You didn't catch that in this whole conversation.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think it's all Joshua, your toy Yorkie. And I love, by the way, like the subtle reach you're doing.
You sound like.
RENEE, I'm curious to know, during the pandemic, were you able to kind of keep your creative juices flowing at all? Like, did you do a bunch of creating and writing?
Yes, actually, right before the pandemic, I had decided I was tired of being, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but like a puppet. So musically in this area, if you were a cover artist, they didn't really care. And I was tired. I was like, I've covered everybody. I do some of the songs better than the original artist did them. Like, I want to go back to what I do. And I love writing, and I'm a lyricist, and I love melodies. And so before the pandemic, I stopped performing mostly, and then went into the studio. And then when the pandemic hit, I was like, perfect.
You were like, I mean, not to like say yay pandemic, but you literally were in your bliss. It was like,
oh man, my producer I'd just met in August of 2019 in Los Angeles. And then he's
so you were already doing the Zoom collaboration before it was in.
Yeah, he and I did our whole first like 3 or 4 songs before the pandemic hit, all never having met. He actually came to meet me in person this past July, because we're working on getting our album signed and launched by a label, and that's coming. But
wait, that's amazing. So like, when can the audience expect maybe some sort of release? What, we're looking into 2022?
Yeah, I would love for it to have been this year, but yeah, it's
Renee,
a brand new.
don't worry, I'm putting that energy out there, baby. Listen, you have such amazing energy. I want to let our audience know before I ask my final question. For more on the amazing Renee Ruth, you can read more about her right below this video. Renee, if you could give advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Never ever stop believing in yourself. Because I think sometimes you get enough of the negativity around you that you start to lose faith. And then, so I shelved music for 8 years, because I lost faith in myself. I lost belief in myself. And so you have to believe in yourself first before anybody else is going to believe in yourself. And that's one of the hardest things to do, especially if you don't have the support. So can I add a little addendum to that statement?
Do it.
Surround yourself with people who believe in you. So
yes.
If you have people, like I was in college and my boyfriend's like, you can't sing. I had a lot of people that were close to me saying I can't sing. And I let that be part of my life, and I shouldn't have. So believe in yourself, and then remove everyone who doesn't, and find the ones who do, and keep them close, and you'll move quantum leaps that way. Quantum leaps.
God bless you, Renee. Thank you so much for sharing your light today. I'm so excited you're joining the FENIX platform as an unapologetic multi-hyphenate, because you can do it all. And so you do. And you're a beautiful soul, spirit, and I'm so grateful that we're connected now.
Me too. Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored.